Welcome to the MarcWes Sports Podcast.
Welcome back to the Marcus and Wesley Sports Podcast. Nah, scratch that.
We gotta start that thing.
Welcome back to the MarcWes Sports Podcast. I'm Marcus Benjamin. He's Wesley Pierre. And as you can see, it's football season. I got my football jersey on. You know, I got that Willie Beeman, Wes over there with the Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the best time of the year. It's like Christmas for people like me. Especially now that it's actually less of Christmas for me because now it's the job. You know what I'm saying? Now the job is going to be like 100% full force because there's always going to be so much content to put out. So I'm excited about the season. I'm excited about Kings County.
Already.
We coming to you live from Kings County.
Mm-hmm.
You know, South Florida. We represent that real sports talk. So the Dolphins had a preseason game last night.
Of course.
And they ended up winning the game. I don't care about, you know, preseason games and, like, them winning. It really doesn't matter to me. You know, the Dime was like, oh, they won. I was like, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares about a preseason game and who wins.
Nah, man.
I was actually more mad about my boy Jose Borregales missing the field goal at the end. But you saw how, you know, the professor called a timeout. So he really wanted to win. The coach of the Miami Dolphins,
Of course.
Mike McDaniel, calls a timeout after he already made it the first time, you know, and then it hits the upright. So I'm just like, dang, he should have hit it because I want to make sure he gets another year in the NFL. Representing the U all day. Went to Miami Booker T. Washington. Shout out to the Borregales family and, you know, Andy Borregales, who's on the team right now, trying to go for back-to-back Lou Groza awards. And that would be for the first time ever in college football history.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to the Borregales family. But we didn't see Tua. We didn't see Tyreek Hill. We didn't see Jalen Waddle. We saw a little Jalen Phillips out there.
Doing this thing.
You know, doing his thing. Bunch of players I don't really know. I have to get more familiar with it, but probably these are more the twos, not really the, you know, starting players, really trying to see who are going to be those last few players that you add to the roster. But I'm excited about the Dolphins season and what Tua can do, despite what the haters may think.
What?
You know,
What it is?
despite what the haters to my left may think, I'm totally 100% behind Tua and the Miami Dolphins to win. But you got to show me, and I know, and I'm gonna give you the first 4 games, and the first 4 games are tough. We already talked about it. These first 4 games, first one against the Evil Empire to start the season. He still got to show me something. So with this offense, what did startle me a little bit, I'm gonna let you know.
What was it? What? Tell me.
He did an interview during the game. I don't know if you saw it. It was with Bo Camper.
Probably did.
Yeah, and he said, well, Bo Camper asked him, does he have a handle on the offense? And he was like, no, not quite yet. He's still trying to learn the offense. The offense is pretty complicated. You know, something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing, but That's basically what he said.
Yeah. Well, you got a problem with that?
It still gives me hesitation.
How I give you hesitation? What he's supposed to say, oh, I'm out here, I'm the best player. You know, I already know what I'm supposed to be doing. No, this is all smoke.
He should say,
no,
I have a pretty good handle on the offense, something to that effect.
If we playing
I don't feel like like I was saying, I think the last podcast, he doesn't have that alpha dog in him.
He don't need to have the alpha dog in him.
He's gonna have Tyreek Hill, wide receiver, be the alpha dog.
Look, you seen what he been doing in the preseason. He been doing his thing. Like, what are you talking about? So at the end of the day, for me, the one that's the
nothing
hater,
for me.
The true
that means
hater
nothing.
is over here, Mr.
That
Beeman
means nothing
over here.
For me.
The true hater over here is Mr. Beeman over here, Marcus Benjamin.
Willie Beeman.
Yes. But again, at the end of the day, yeah, I seen the game too. Like, it was nothing, spectacular, but I did watch the game, and I did like the game. Especially, of course, Dade County did their thing. It's a meaningless game, but for us, an organization that's trying to see this O-line mesh, it was real positive to see. Why do I say that? Because the quarterback after him at the particular time, of course, it was not Tua. And that's another reason is a positive, because this individual is an individual that this is the year he's supposed to be reigning and doing his thing, and all the doubters like yourself supposed to be shutting their mouth, and he's not playing. That shows you that through OTAs, off-season workouts, and everything that he's been showing the coaches, he don't need to play this game. He don't need to play this game. That's why you didn't see him. Of course not. You saying of course not. No, you shouldn't be saying of course not.
Why not?
Because this year is the year that he should be getting reps. Even if he play one actual series, he should be able to play one series and get out. But again, just the plain fact that he's not playing no series is showing you that in OTAs and off-season workouts, he's been doing his thing.
I would say yeah, except for the fact that Teddy Bridgewater didn't play any snaps either.
See, but we don't need Teddy Bridgewater.
What you mean we don't need him?
Stats. What you mean?
Why not?
Why not? Because, of course, he's been individual in the league for a certain amount of years, and he's been doing his thing. When he was in Minnesota, he was balling. When he was over here behind Drew Brees in New Orleans, he was balling again. So now that you back in Dade County, he's a veteran. Even though he's young, he's still a veteran. So we don't need to see anything from him. That individual that we seen playing, he came from Kansas State or something like that. And for a lot of individuals is like it was a steal for us to actually get him because he was balling too. So, again, we don't need to see that from Tua. My problem is not the defense. My problem is not the offense. The problem last year was the offense because we had Jakeem Grant that couldn't catch shit, when we had Albert Wilson that came from Kansas City, the same place that Tyreek Hill came from. He was always injured. So, when they was high-fiving each other and running to the end zone because the other day was fast like who? The cheetah and the penguin right now. You laughing? Why are you laughing over here? It's the same thing. The only difference is these two individuals that we have that sitting on the bench vibing in street clothes, they are proven. I mean, Waddle showed what he can do last year. Cheetah showed what he did the last few years in Kansas City, Super Bowl ring. He don't need to show anything. Tua is somebody that, for you should be saying that he need to play. He need to at least play one series. You was like, oh, yeah, it's understandable or something like that. No. You feel me? You're one of the haters. I'm one of the Tuanons. You feel what I'm saying? I'm one of the individuals that have support behind Tua. You still got them doubts. Look, regardless if I got no doubts on Tua because he was supposed to be riding the bench that whole year when he was injured and come back and do his thing, and he had a coach.
Like how many games you giving Tua?
I'm giving Tua about 10.
10 games. If he lose all 10?
10 to win?
If we're 0-10, like you would wait till 0-10?
No, we're not gonna wait till 0-10. Like, what are you talking about over here? No. But me personally, for me, Tua can throw the ball. At the end of the day, do you see the jersey, Tyreek Hill? His ass saying that Tua is the most accurate quarterback in the NFL. And why would I feel like he's lying?
Yeah.
Do you feel like he's lying?
I mean, that's what he believed. That's what he believes. It doesn't mean necessarily it's true.
The question is, do you feel like he's lying?
No, he's not lying
All right, then.
to
so
himself.
Again, going back to what Westerdom has been saying since the longest.
He ain't lying to himself about the situation, if that's what he believes.
Nah, see, but again, at the end of the day, like, look, he's not going to go ahead and say that if he don't really feel like it's the truth. He could not say nothing.
All right.
He the one that came out.
I'm giving him 4 games. He on 4. Oh, I'm roasting him.
Of course, I'm gonna roast his ass too.
You lucky I'm giving him 4 games. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
I'm really roasting him. I'm gonna put him like on like a pig, like them Cubans be
right now. You saying
what you call them Cuban roasts? That's why I'm gonna roast him like.
So you can roast his ass however you want. Just like the
Carachina. I'm gonna roast him like a Carachina.
Yeah, or when you see in the cartoons, they be having the apple and the pig on top of the damn roast.
Yeah, and next thing you know, it's Bugs Bunny doing that shit, and Elmer Fudd is trying to roast him.
That's not gonna happen. The person that's gonna be looking crazy and looking sick all day is you. Why? Because at the end of the day, even though you're a Dolphins fan, you're supposed to support your team at all means 24/7.
I am.
You somebody that gave Tannehill in like 7 years.
I
gave
Tua 3.
Way
too long.
Tua is only here for 3 years.
Way too long, Tannehill.
You don't think Tua is better than Tannehill?
He hasn't shown me that he is yet. He hasn't shown me that he is yet.
Why is that?
Because Ryan Tannehill got us to the playoffs.
No, not even much as that. Didn't he have a hip injury? It's like you keep forgetting.
He had a knee injury. I think it was a knee injury.
No, I'm talking about Tua.
Oh, Tua, yeah.
Exactly. Tua had a hip injury. You should be more mad at Tannehill because Tannehill had the knee injury and he decided not to take the damn surgery. And then on the first preseason game, his ass got injured the first damn play or first drive of the damn season. You gave Tannehill more credit then than you giving Tua now. Somebody saying, again, the cheetah, a Super Bowl championship winner. You saying that he don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about because you giving Tannehill all this credit or some type of credit back then, and you're not even much trying to give Tua a little vibe. You feel what I'm saying? But again, at the end of the day, Tua didn't play because his ass didn't need to play because the coaches see what I see and not what you see. 2, what I was actually watching the game for is watching the O-line, and the starters really didn't even play. I'm looking at the second and the third string O-line, and they was holding their own. That's what I wanted to see because our problem in Miami has always been, even when Tannehill was here, he had no O-line.
Yeah, that's why I was giving him credit too in the beginning, Tannehill, because he was just getting murdered.
He was getting murdered because they had no confidence in him. Now Tua was getting killed, and even not just Tua, even what's his name, Fitzpatrick was getting killed. Why? Because the O-line was trash. I mean, you had Brian Flores have people from high school, coaching the O-line. Like, come on, man, what's going on over here? He had people from high school coaching O-line and people that, like, again, it's not like what Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain and Jason Taylor been doing the last couple of years.
And speaking of that, man, isn't it crazy that Patrick Surtain and Sam Madison are on the Dolphins staff right now? Yeah. Like, when I was watching that, I was just like, man, this is crazy. And it's crazy that I used to just see them in high school as high school coaches. Patrick Surtain was coach at American Heritage, won championships, and Sam Madison was at St. Thomas.
Exactly.
So,
but again, you see what I'm talking about. These people took the long road. Jason Taylor took the wrong road, coaching the defense, or he the head coach at St. Thomas Aquinas? Was it St. Thomas or was it IMG?
Who?
Jason Taylor.
He wasn't even the head coach. He was the defensive coordinator at St. Thomas.
See, that's what I'm saying. These individuals took the long road. You feel me? And you see that he took the step road up, and now he's for the University of Miami coaching or doing some type of analyst role. But he's doing a little bit more than just that. But again, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Just to see that Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain is doing their thing is Miami because they know that they the truth. But they took the long road, unlike some individuals. But regardless of the fact, like watching the O-line do their thing, second and third string, like and our O-line something that's supposedly suspect that me and you been knowing for the longest, for you to see them not even playing in the game, that just show that everything is all gravy. Why? Because the second and third string is doing their thing and the first string is not actually playing. So it's showing you something that we know that should be a positive. It's showing you that, okay, now we're going to go ahead and not have these individuals play. Why? Because we're doing good. But again, regardless of the fact,
it's
going
preseason, man. Like, what are we really talking about here? Preseason.
It don't matter. It's preseason, but
to me means nothing.
How?
Absolutely nothing.
It don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
preseason,
it doesn't mean nothing.
Look,
preseason, it literally doesn't.
Preseason don't mean nothing to me, but somebody that know that our O-line been garbage for the last few years, and I'm seeing that the O-line is doing justice now.
Let me see that in a real game, bro. Let me see that in a real game. I don't believe in the Dolphins until they show me it in a real game. Give me the first 4 games. You got
this nigga not loyal.
You got the Ravens, Bengals. I think it's the Ravens, Bengals, Patriots, and some other team. If you can get through that, 2-2, then I'm still 100% behind you.
See, and that's the same thing I was saying.
What if you 0-4?
That's the same thing I was saying.
I will have some questions.
If we 0-4, of course I'm gonna have some questions. But again, I don't think that's gonna happen. Do you really, like, regardless of the negative thoughts
I don't
you
think
think
that's
about
gonna
too? Okay, because I was just about to say.
I think he at least wins 1 game out of the 4.
So we're gonna be 1-3. That's what you saying?
Quite possibly.
No, we're not saying possibly. Right now, I'm just asking you as a person. You feel me? You know how you looking at things. Like, how you thinking 1-3, first 4 games, or you thinking they 2-2? Because I think they at least 2-2 or 3-2.
Let's look at these games. Let's settle this
guy. You feel me? This guy over here.
To settle this, man.
We playing New England first. You think we're gonna lose?
I think they sneak out of there with a win.
Okay, boom. We know we playing Baltimore somewhere around now.
So, yeah, Baltimore's the next one. I think they lose. Bills are the next one. I think they lose. And then Cincinnati is the next one. I think they lose.
So, you really think that they're going to lose against... Well, we probably lose against Baltimore.
Buffalo.
But Baltimore just
Cincinnati.
traded all them individuals. Why would you think?
They still got Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, but we still got this defense.
I don't know, man.
You saying you don't know? You a damn Dolphins fan or what?
I just told you what I think. Just because, what I think, it don't mean I'm not a Dolphins fan. I still bleed aqua and orange. You know what I'm saying?
And speak about Buffalo. You seen the punter god kick his punt in the NFL for the first time?
The 82-yard punt? I seen it. It's crazy.
I'm like, yo, this is a punter.